Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of sunshine today. I mean, we could get some breaks in between the lake effect snow bands, but as you saw, a winter landscape across downtown Cleveland, and in the backdrop, you can see the clouds with this lake effect snow band. So this band continues to slowly drift to the south-southeast. Within this band, we've got some heavy snow near whiteout conditions, slick roads. I mean, it's covering the roads with snow here, especially when you're in these green areas. So from Wellington in the secondary snow belt, you go out east. 422, we have ground fox out there, and it's looking pretty nasty. So from Norwalk to Wellington over towards Grafton and Strongsville, we've got the heavier snow. This extends from Chesterland through Auburn. Parkman, lighter snow at the moment, same with Middlefield, but then you get down towards Bristol and Hartford, right along the border of right in between central portions of Trumbull County. That's where we have that heavier snow. We're not done. This will be ongoing on and off throughout the day today. I'm tracking another disturbance, this trough that'll likely swing in later this morning and into the afternoon, keeping the lake effect snow bands around. Different from last night, Cuyahoga County now under the winter storm warning, which also includes Geauga County. The rest of the area in teal winter weather advisory. This is where several inches of snow will fall. And we're expecting the highest amounts, of course, in the winter storm warning. So what you can expect, allow yourself some extra time this morning. Slick roads and low visibilities where those bands persist. Gusty winds upwards of 40 miles per hour, and it's cold for everybody. Wind chills in the teens and low 20s today.
People like that in those positions.
Exactly. Somebody that can come in and save the day, literally, really come in and save the day.
Not thinking of themselves. Yeah.
Everyday heroes.
Right.
Everyday heroes. Right. Well, we're going to look for people to do really nice things today, like shovel out your driveways, plow the roads, all those kind of things. That's an everyday thing, too, that we need to get done.
It is. And give yourself some extra time, especially if you're in one of those snow bands, because we all know what lake effect snow bands consist of. Heavy snow, low visibilities, and, of course, a quick coating on the roadways if it's not treated, or even if it's treated, it still takes a while for it to melt. Let's take a look at what's going on Storm Fox right now. This band is kind of spread apart and has drifted southward, but it's snowing from Medina to Lorain over into Huron County, now into northern Richland and Ashland County, and then northern Medina into central Summit County over towards Geauga and Portage as well. So again, bursts of heavier snow with this, putting down a quick coating to an inch or two. Ruggles, Wellington experiencing this, Medina, even starting to see some lighter snow showers in Wayne County. We've got Cuyahoga Falls over towards Hudson, Shalersville, Parkman now seeing the heavier snow. And this takes us down towards Warren, 422 a mess. Those south of 322 also dealing with that heavier snow. The culprit, we have a cold front that's pushing through, as well as this trough sitting just to the north of us in the colder air. So as this trough continues to slide behind the front, we will have intervals of those snowy conditions, then back to just cloudy skies and dry throughout the day today. So when all is said and done with, I do expect those in the warning, those in the higher elevations, our snowbelt communities, to get 3 to 6 inches of snow. Eastern Cuyahoga down towards parts of southern Cuyahoga into northern Summit, northern Portage County, you could get over 3 inches. 1 to 3 shaded in blue color from Lorain to Medina, much as southern Summit County over in the southern Portage County. And then outside of that, coating to an inch possible as those snow showers drift through. So when does it wind down? Watch the clock. This is 4:30, primarily in the primary snow belt at this point. So pushing eastward, the rest of us just cloudy and cold. Then by the time we hit 10 o'clock, it's over. We're looking at clearing skies. In fact, so much that we'll wake up to sunshine tomorrow, but it will be a cold one. Eventually, our winds will shift out of the south once again, and that'll allow temperatures to warm up. So even though we're in the 30s right now with wind chills in the lower 20s, it's only a today event. Tomorrow, we will be pushing 50 degrees. Then we'll be watching for some light showers towards the end of the week. Yesterday, we managed to hit 58 degrees. That was just after midnight. Temperatures fell throughout the day. Sunrise and sunset today. Remember, daylight saving time began at 2 a.m. Sunset this evening is at 7:28 now. So it's 7:49 right now, not 6:49. Temperatures across the area rather cold right at the freezing point. But like I said, we have another warm up. Watch the steep climb towards the middle of the week. Temperatures ranging about 20 to 25 degrees above average. So only one day in the 30s, windy and snow. Then we're back to sunny conditions and a warm up 50 on Monday, 64. See that cloud deck just off the horizon there in that shot, and that's where that snow band is sitting. We got heavy snow, low visibilities if you get under some of those bands, and we'll talk more about that coming up. But first, here's your 12-hour snowfall. So far, we have reports coming in. Woodmere, just over 3 inches of snow with that band. Cleveland Heights picked up 3 inches and 2.5 in Cortland. You can see downtown Cleveland had snow as well. We have an inch or 2 downtown. It will continue on and off throughout the day today. That's what lake effect is. On top of that, windy conditions. So our temperatures hovering in the 30s and kind of staying steady mid to low 30s. It's going to feel more like the teens and lower 20s when you factor in those winds. And of course, those winds are going to aid in the blowing snow and low visibilities. So here's a look at Storm Fox right now. Much of our northern counties looking good, but we've got round number 2 sitting just to the north of us. Cold front continues to work its way to the south. We've got snow from Medina to Akron, extending into parts of Ashland County and also Wayne County. So from Sullivan to Worcester over into Milton, the stretch of 71, probably a slick go right now. Akron to Cuyahoga Falls, 76 into Palmyra. And then as you head over towards Johnston and Trumbull County, Farmington, Warren, up towards Chesterland and Huntsburg. So the second half of the southern half of Geauga County right now dealing with the snow. So temperatures right now in the lower 30s, and then again wind chills in the teens at the moment. A cold Sunday. Your snowfall forecast, where we have those heavier snow bands and mainly the secondary and primary snow belt, 3 to 6 inches. I know some areas already have 3, so we'll likely get 6 in places here. There could be an isolated 8, but again, this is good. The general amounts shaded in this blue purple color, 1 to 3 inches from Lorain over towards Medina, Akron, and then as you head south of that, an inch or less as those snow bands drift to the south. So here's a look at Futurecast. This is 11:30, and we still have pronounced snow bands across our area. Winds coming in out of the northwest will continue through around 4 o'clock. In our far eastern areas, the primary snow belt, and then shut down before 10 p.m. Temperatures staying in the 30s throughout the whole entire day. Gradually clear out tonight. Temperatures back down in the upper 20s, so it will be a cold start tomorrow morning, but at least we'll have some sunshine. And look at this. Our temps in the afternoon, upper 40s and lower 50s. So a nice looking day for us tomorrow. Today, not so much. 35 degrees, ongoing lake effect, windy conditions. Snow ends tonight down to 30, and then we're back to 50 degrees tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. It gets better. Tuesday, low and mid 60s. Wednesday, still dry in the 60s. Then we bring the chance of rain towards the end of the week.
We were talking before the show. I didn't even realize the Oscars.
I know that. I thought award season was over. Honestly, I was like, oh yeah, oh the Oscars. Forgot about that one.
that one, yeah. That.
We had some really good movies over this past season.
It's a good night to just kind of sit back
Correct.
and watch the Oscars.
Or watch
Inside.
a good movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Today, it'll just be a distant memory. Like,
Right.
I know we have snow right now. One day only, and we're back to beautiful conditions. Not so beautiful though. This was at 271 and Broadview earlier, and you can see snow-covered roads right now. The good news is we do have the roadways warmer, the ground temps warmer, so the snow is melting off quickly. But you get under one of those snow bands, it'll put down a quick coating to an inch and make for slick conditions. But you notice the slick conditions there at 271 and Broadway Ave. They're looking west here, so this is when the snow passed through the area earlier. All right, where is the snow right now? It's in parts of our southern areas. I do have a look at North Canton. This is a time lapse. You notice once the sun came up, not a lot going on, but right now that band has drifted to the south and we're dealing with visibilities less than a half a mile here in North Canton at Faith Family Church. So on Storm Fox, it looks like this. We'll go down to this area here where you see the deeper shades from Wadsworth to Lawrence, over into North Canton, Randolph, and over into Palmyra. That's where we're getting those low visibilities and a quick coating with that. Heavier snow down towards Salt Creek, Millersburg, and into Walnut Creek. And then as you head towards the east here, right along 76, Craig Beach over into Youngstown. So this was the first batch. That continues to work its way towards the south and east. We've got a trough lingering just to the north of us. This is going to kick off more lake effect. Already starting to see some lighter snow showers out towards Put-in Bay. So this will be lasting for several hours. I think by the time we hit 6 o'clock, we'll likely start to get rid of the lake effect snow. How much are we expecting? Well, the bullseye zone, upwards of 6 inches possible. I know some of these areas already picked up 3 inches with this first batch. As you head from Vermilion over into Medina, much of southern Summit County, even into parts of northern Stark, Portage, 1 to 3 isolated amounts, upwards of 4, and then less than an inch as you head farther away from the lake there. So here's Futurecast. Here's your hour by hour. This is 5:30. Just some lingering lake effect snow showers in the primary snow belt. It's ending. We're clearing out the sky tonight. It's going to be a cold start tomorrow, but the winds start to shift out of the southwest through the afternoon. That I expect temperatures to get right back up to 50 degrees. We've got quiet conditions Monday, Tuesday. It's not until Thursday where we'll likely have some rain showers around. It is 8:50 right now. Sunrise this morning, 7:45, and sunset is now at 7:28. So looking ahead, yesterday we hit 58 degrees, falling temperatures. Our average high, 45 degrees. So keep that in mind when you see this 8-day forecast. We're below that by 10 degrees here today. 50 degrees tomorrow, and then 60s return middle. Brown Fox out and about this morning. As you saw there on Route 84 in Lake County, nothing going on, but I am tracking a band that's pushing in right now. I-90 could get slick out there. We did see heavy snow at times, visibility from Ground Fox. It's all about the lake effect today, and numbers trickling in. Woodmere picked up just over 3 inches of snow with that heavier snow band earlier this morning. Cleveland Heights 3 inches, Cortland 2.5, and you see snow blanketing the ground here in downtown Cleveland. Temperatures today holding steady in the low and mid 30s. You factor in the wind, it's going to feel more like the low 20s and upper teens. So that first band that's developed right around 5 a.m. this morning continues to work its way to the south and east, breaking apart, but there are still bursts of moderate to heavy snow in and around Stark and Mahoning County. We're watching as snow starts to drift in over the lake. We've got light snow from Erie to Huron over into Lorain County, and then what I was talking about here, snow developing right along I-90 there in Lake and Ashtabula County. So we've got a burst of more moderate snow just to the north of Canton right now, south of Madison. Here's that I-90 corridor between, let's say, Menor and Ashtabula, and then we've got light snow here from Vermilion to Berlin Heights over into Oberlin. Widening out the view, you can see lake effects still ongoing off of Lake Michigan, off of Lake Huron. So we've got several more hours of this, and plus we're into the cold. How much snow am I expecting? Well, the bullseye area, these are averages. Most areas will get between that 3 to 6 inch marks. Now there will be some isolated higher amounts in those higher elevations in the primary and secondary snow belt. General amounts between 1 and 3 inches, areas shaded in blue, and then you get down towards the teal color, down towards our southern areas and our far western areas, coating less than an inch. So here it is, your hour by hour. It gets going once again with winds out of the northwest throughout midday. We're looking at pockets of heavier bands by 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, tapering off over into our primary snow belt, and then it's gone 8 p.m. We're looking at windy conditions still and rather cold. We clear out overnight and winds shift direction. So we're done with the lake effect. Winds coming in eventually out of the west, possibly even southwest. That'll allow our temperatures to warm to right around 50 tomorrow afternoon. So this brief winter spell, again, brief. So we're looking at conditions getting so much better. Here's your 8-day forecast. Tomorrow, 50 degrees, sunshine returns across our area. Tuesday, I think that's the pick day. We'll need your sunglasses. You won't need the winter jacket. Temperatures back into the mid-60s. Low 60s on Wednesday, still dry. End of the week looking unsettled. We've got
this.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. You'll get to live two dreams at once. Go to college and also play football.
Yes.
But we don't want to be playing football outside right now. I mean, although your boys would play outside no matter what if they had a chance.
For sure.
Tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah. Looking good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
We've got a string of gorgeous weather for the kids to play outside after school this week. Today is not one of those days. Today we're going to have to
let
deal
them
with
bring mud in the
muddy
house.
paws and all that. We've picked up some snow already, and we're still dealing with lake effect snow across our area. Here are some 12-hour snowfall totals so far. Chagrin Falls, the winner, coming in over 4 inches, over 3 in Woodmere, 3 in Cleveland Heights, almost 3 Shaker Heights, 2.5 from Cortland to Hiram to Russell Center, and 2 inches in Burton so far. Watch this flats cam. That was at like 6 o'clock in the morning. We had that first round, and watch this last frame. It whites out once again. So we've got some snow in and around downtown Cleveland, and then here's North Canton. Earlier we had the snow move through, and then I saw some breaks of blue right now. But that's the case. That's the lake effect. You'll have snow at times. Other times it'll be dry. You might even see a peak of sun, but it's all about the cold and the wind. We are seeing it ramp up again. We've got snow from Erie County extending through Lorain into northern Medina, the secondary snow belt, and of course in the primary snow belt right along 271 as you head into Geauga County too. Sandusky, Florence, over towards Vermilion, Elyria, LaGrange. It's snowing, coming down at a good clip. Mayfield Heights over into Solon again. You got hit with round 1, another round pushing in right now. And then some lighter snow from Menor to North Madison up into Ashtabula. So ongoing, we got several more hours of this as we head through the day today. How much? These are general amounts. There will be locally higher amounts coming in, but for the most part, in these areas, in blue, 1 to 3 inches, pink, 3 to 6 inches, and then the teal color, less than an inch. When does it wind down? 6:30, you can see just a few lingering snow showers in and around the primary snow belt in our far northeastern communities. We clear out tonight. High pressure builds in. This is going to bring a beautiful day tomorrow. You see nothing going on. We've got a clear sky, and we'll even take you into a clear sky through much of the day on Tuesday. There will be some high wispy clouds starting to move in ahead of our next system. Time check, it is 9:46. Daylight saving time began at 2 a.m. So your sunrise this morning was at 7:45, even though we're dealing with the snow. And sunset this evening is at 7:28. Again, we're really not going to see a lot of sunshine today. There might be some breaks of blue as we go through in between those lake effect intervals. 45, that's the average high. And our temperatures are in the 30s right now, but we go from the 30s, this is our first dip, to soaring well above average again. By the time we get into the middle of this week, temperatures at least 20 to 25 degrees above normal. So one cold day, windy and snow, and then it's gone. 50 degrees and sunshine on Monday. Tuesday, your pick day, low and mid 60s expected, hanging out in the 60s.
Take it easy. It's never too late to follow your dream, whether that's learning a new skill or taking a trip to a new place.
Well, for one Arkansas woman, her wish was to ride like the wind.
Oh, wow.
She probably could.
One tough biker.
One tough lady. All right. But we've got tough weather for some folks if they're going to be driving out and about today. You got to just take a little extra care.
On and off throughout the day. We know how lake effect goes. At times, absolutely nothing going on. Other times, whiteout conditions and slick roads. So just take it slow today. You might run into lower visibility and snow. We've picked up anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in spots already, and we still have several hours to get.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you at 11.
Have a great Sunday.
Blast of fresh air.
I was going to say, it'll sure wake you up.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't do much for me this morning. I'm still a little tired today.
Yeah, dragging. I'm sure a lot of us will be dragging much of this week until our bodies get used to that time change. Not used to the snow. No. I mean, we've been dealt beautiful morning. Here's what ground fox caught. This was 422 near Solon. Near whiteout conditions at times. You can see snow-covered roads. This is classic lake effect. We had the cold front move through this morning. That got things going. Of a trough moving through right now. Continues with the lift that you need with lake effect, and then the classic lake effect bands setting up behind that. So the view this morning, and could still be the view in spots depending on if you're getting those moderate to heavy snow showers. How much snow did we get? Well, these were the reports from this morning. Anywhere from 1 to upwards of 4 inches. The winner here, Chagrin Falls, checking in at just over 4 inches. Over the 3-inch mark in Woodmere, Auburn Corners, Pepper Pike, Cleveland Heights. Over 2 inches in Shaker Heights, Hiram, Burton. You go out towards Lorain County, Medina County, we've picked up right around an inch. And here's a cool time lapse for you from North Canton. You got that whiteout condition. Then we had breaks of blue, and then we're just back to wet conditions here in North Canton. So that's typical lake effect. It's on and off throughout the next several hours. I think by 5 o'clock, things start to really wind down. We've got a gloomy shot here from the Science Center, blanket of snow on the ground. Temperatures holding steady in the mid-30s. You factor in winds gusting to upwards of 30, 35. It feels a lot colder than that. Teens and upper 20s. We've got some moderate snow showers from Trumbull over into Chesterland, down towards Aurora, sneaking down towards Cuyahoga Falls into Akron. Anywhere you see these bursts of purple, the deeper shades of purple, that's where it's coming down at a good clip. Other than that, just light snow showers for much of the area. And you can see lake effect starting to set up here. We'll be watching this band aimed on the primary snow belt, and that's where we're expecting the most snow. These are general amounts. There will be locally higher amounts in places, but the general totals here out of this area, the bullseye, 3 to 6 inches. I know Chagrin Falls already picked up 4. I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 more for you. 1 to 3 inches for the areas shaded in the advisory area, so outside of that primary and secondary snow belt. And of course, there will be some locally isolated amounts upwards of 4, the closest that you get to the snow belt. Looking down to the south and to the west, general amounts will be less than an inch, mainly about a coating. So here's your hour by hour. This is 2:30, still ongoing in the primary snow belt. Things really winding down here as we take you into the evening hours, and then we start to clear out. We're off to a cold start tomorrow morning, but you'll need your sunglasses and still the winter jacket. By the time we head into the afternoon, how about this? Wind switching out of the west and temperatures soaring to right around 50 degrees. So this is a one-day event only. 35, lake effect on and off, snow ending this evening, and then sunshine returns tomorrow, 50 degrees. We get better. Tuesday, that's your pick day of the week. 64, lots of sunshine. Hanging on the 60s, middle of the week, towards the end, unsettled weather. We'll have on and off rain.
Speaking of that, tree tapping season is coming a little earlier. It's here in a lot of parts of the country, thanks to this warmer winter. We've had a lot of good stuff. Cleveland Metro Parks, there've been a lot of cool things going on.
Exactly. We had Tap-In Sunday, I believe, last Sunday in Chardon. Got the Maple Festival coming up, and yeah, it was a little early this year. I mean, tap trees end of January, early February, so about a month early here in Northeast Ohio.
That just means more pancakes.
And then we got snow. Forecast closely. We're seeing some rain right now and some cooler temps. Maybe that'll just scooch on by.
Just let it go.
Stay in the 50s, hopefully.
All right, thanks, Jenn, and thank you all for watching. We'll see you.